What's up guys, Rick Cordero, Run Play back. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes, Filipino lumpia, using the Ninja air fryer. Can it be done? Let's check it out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to cut up some garlic, some onions, some carrots. I have some celery in there just for fun. Probably not, what you would use for traditional Filipino lumpia, but I'm gonna use it anyway. We're gonna cut it up using this sort of Cuisinart style, food processor. It's called the Chopper, the Link Chopper. My wife Nancy bought it. It's really good. I actually like it better than the Cuisinart. So we're gonna scoop some of these vegetables, put it in a large bowl. Make sure the bowl is large enough to fit all the vegetables. We're also going to put our ground beef in here. I like to get grass-fed ground beef, so that's about 1 pound. And we're just going to dump it into this large bowl. I like to add some spices. Some garlic powder is always nice. Paprika. Paprika is kind of weird, especially for Filipino lumpia, but I'm going to use it anyway. And then some pepper. Gonna add a little bit of pepper. And then finally some soy sauce. So we're gonna add some soy sauce as well. I like to use this kind of low sodium soy sauce for obvious reasons. I'm gonna add one large egg as well. This is to sort of bind everything together, the vegetables and the meat. And so we're just gonna mix it up. I washed my hands before this in case you were wondering, so don't worry about that. Mix it up, get everything, mushed together. I like to squeeze it sort of through my, through my hands, through my fingers to make sure everything's in there. I'm adding a little bit more soy sauce. I like a lot of seasoning. It's kind of obvious in a lot of my videos. I like to put a lot of seasoning. So added a little more soy sauce. Next, we're going to use our egg roll wrappers. So I don't actually have a Filipino store near me, so I'm going to use these Vietnamese spring roll wrappers. These aren't usually what you would use for lumpia. You would actually get lumpia wrappers, but as I said, there's nowhere close by where I could find those, so we're going to use these spring roll wrappers. They're a little bit different, a little more chewy. They don't get as crispy, but it's fine. So we're going to add about a tablespoon of our meat. And before you actually add the meat, you want to wet the spring roll wrapper. So these sort of rice style wrappers, you have to wet first before you can actually roll them. So that plate up top is where I have a little bit of water, wet it, and then I put it on the second plate to do the rolling. And as you can see, I do one roll, kind of get it nice and tight. 2 rolls there, and then we pull the flaps from the sides to tuck it in, and then we continue the roll like so, and then we finish it off with some egg. So that's just like a little bit of egg there, and we add it to the end of the wrapper to seal it. And once that's done, you can set it aside. I have some parchment paper where I'll put on all my egg rolls. And yeah, so you just kind of continue this until you use all your wrappers, depending on how much you want to make. Again, 1 tablespoon of the meat mixture. Do your wrapping. So, I'm not the best wrapper. I do my best. I try to get them all the same size, but it really is sort of timing it correctly. So when you use these wrappers, you want to get it so it's not fully wet and rubbery. You want to get it where it's like just a little bit stiff so you can, get the right kind of roll. So this one came out pretty good. Here you go. And another. Here we go. So I'm just going to speed through this. And then once you get all your egg rolls ready to go, I add a little bit of olive oil, and you just want to sort of brush it with some oil. This is so you get a nice crispy texture to it. You might not really need this much oil, to be honest. And if you have a spray, that might be a little bit easier, especially when you want to use it for the air fryer. So again, brush it with oil, spray it. I really think that I'm probably putting a little too much. You know, the idea here is, you know, we're avoiding having to drop this into a deep fryer, right? So we want to use the air fryer to be a little more healthy, not use as much oil. So really kind of at your discretion how much you think, you know, you want to use. And then we want to coat the bottom, obviously, of the air fryer grill plate and make sure that is coated. And then we want to drop in the lumpia. One thing to note is to try to avoid having the lumpia touch each other, because as it cooks inside of the air fryer, if any of them are touching each other, then the rolls sort of like stick together and they either won't cook as well or they'll sort of break apart because it's not being evenly cooked all around. So you want to make sure you're not putting too many. I think I probably put too many in here. You know, you want to leave you know, enough space so all the lumpias don't touch. It depends on how big your air fryer is as well. So here we want to, let's see, I'm going to do probably 300. So I'm going to do 300 just sort of as a conservative setting, put it at about 5 minutes. And this is really just to cook the meat and not really make the texture crispy yet. So we cook it through for 5 minutes at 300 degrees. We're going to pop it out. And here you can see that has a nice, you know, it's getting there. It's really hard to tell with the color with these kinds of wrappers, but you know, it feels good. It sounds like it's working. But now I'm going to up the temperature to about 390, which is the standard air fry setting. And we're going to do another 5 minutes. And this is great. You know, I feel like using the air fryer is so convenient because you don't need a lot of time to heat things and to fry things. So we're going to pull it out of the Ninja air fryer and boom, it's done. You'll notice that one of the egg rolls up there split apart, and that's because it was connected to, it was touching, and that's what happens when they're touching. Like you have this chance for the wrapper to sort of like peel off, but that's fine, not a big deal. So we're going to try these egg rolls, and I really kind of like them. I think I could probably make them a little more crispy, but again, that's sort of the nature of the wrapper. It is a little bit chewy. I wish I had real lumpia wrappers, but it's not bad. You know, the actual meat is great, you know, seasoned just right, how I like it. And honestly, like, it's a lot healthier and faster and less messy than using a deep fryer. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you found this video helpful. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, hit me on the blog at runplayback.com. Peace.